So, Eliceo, how did you get into being a professional songwriter?
Well, it was actually a whole accident.
You just gotta do your thing.
I'm Eliceo, and I'm a songwriter and multimedia artist. Um, I was on already writing poetry growing up a lot, and like it wasn't until I was about 17 that I really started to realize that, oh wait, I have a um, affinity for writing, and like I want to take poetry to the next level and like be able to tell a story through more than just the words on the page. I wanted there to be a rhythm, a life to the words. So like I just got on Twitter and started making pen pals and connections and joining fandoms for different artists, and really trying to create an online persona for myself and my work. And yeah, that's how like I ended up stumbling upon different opportunities with different artists through relationships made over the internet. um Whenever these artist friends that I have would progress to the next level and start signing with labels and stuff like that, that's when I think me and the artists themselves realized that we could both like actually go somewhere with this, and it wasn't just like a Twitter thread of people kind of bouncing off ideas or liking or sharing and stuff like that. It kind of turned into um, a thing that could be taken seriously by not only like people in the industry, but like the masses. So basically, it starts out with me not being able to fully just deal with something that's happened in my life. And so I'll kind of turn that feeling that I have, a frustration that I'm not able to express or like fully process what exactly it is I'm feeling. Um, and then I will turn that into a poem. And the poem itself is kind of like the structure for a song in my eyes. So the poem always comes before I write any actual music or like lyrics or anything. Um, and sometimes it just goes as much as the poem, and I'll just leave it at that. Or uh, I will take, like I said, take the skeleton of the poem and then kind of translate poem stanzas into choruses and into verses and stuff like that, and um, basically make it more like a song and able playable to music, and this is where at the point now maybe pick up an instrument or two to just kind of help me along the process of um, making things flow and like kind of the translation from poem to song. So for future plans, I actually kind of am putting a bit of a pause, or not a pause, yeah, a pause on to the whole ghostwriting for other artists and songwriting in general, outside of like personal processing things that happen in life and stuff like that, and transitioning into more like something that I've always wanted to do. The ultimate goal in my life was to become a filmmaker, and I want to make. I just have always wanted to make movies, and um, like I feel like being a songwriter has definitely prepared me a lot better to be a filmmaker. Like now I'm in film school, and I think it allows me to bring a different lens to the filmmaking game, because I think sound and like music and scores are really important to films and tell the story just as much as the stuff on that's moving on the screen. So um, I hope to transition from writing lyrics to one day writing dialogue and screenplays, and eventually direct my own movies.